Hi everybody, my name is David Parker with All Star Transportation, and we're here with Nathan Smith. He's a recent hire. What was your start date, do you remember?
My start date, I believe, was the 17th
17th of
of October.
October.
Yeah, I think so.
What originally brought you to All Star?
All Star, actually, for me it was home. It's here in my hometown. I live in this town. It has always been important to me to support local businesses, and this is about as local as it gets.
Yeah,
So
you're only what, four blocks maybe from the yard?
yeah, honestly, I mean, I can get from home to here in 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
So I mean, I'm pretty
So
close.
it's good in a way. In other ways, you're a little accessible for times when we need you the most, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that a negative. I mean, that's what I'm here for, is to make this company successful and
Cool. So what was your first impression when you came to the yard?
Well, my first impression with the yard was that the yard was bigger than I thought it was from the street, but that it's a well-maintained yard. A lot of the gravel yards you see are, I mean, just pitted and big holes and mud pits and not very well cared for. And this yard seems well cared for.
So it seems like they take a little more pride than what people would think. I mean, it's an unassuming looking office building, and
Yeah, it is.
the yard is kind of hidden from the street
That it
as
is.
far as everything in the back. Parking lot in the back, of course, you don't worry too much about that because you pretty much can walk up the hill to get home, right?
Yeah, which lends to security, actually.
Mhm.
I mean, nobody's going to think that there's anything back here to go poking around it.
Right,
So-
right. When you first came to All Star, and then you did your interview with Mary, hashtag Mary Needs Drivers. You did your interviews, set you up, and then what was what was your impression of the way that you were hired, as far as your road test, the shop, the orientation that you went through?
It was a curious combination of professional and yet laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that works here apparently, I mean, very clearly cares about the job and the company and the people that they work with. But everybody here seems to have a really good time too.
Mhm.
I mean, it seems I don't think I've met anybody that doesn't seem to really enjoy not only their job here, but the people that they work with as well.
And does that make you feel better for the job you do on the road?
Yes.
And is everything on the road that you do, is it pretty much they have everything taken care of before you pick a load up, deliver a load? I mean, they know where you're going, what what to expect.
I feel very supported while I'm on the road. I feel like I've got 4 hands on my back the whole time I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a time I don't feel like where'd everybody go?
Right.
You know,
You're not left out in the cold.
there's never a time I feel like I've been entirely abandoned ever.
Okay, a lot of companies, when they put you on a produce load, which we do a lot of backhaul produce from the West Coast, which you found out.
Right.
A lot of times they'll leave it up to the driver to make their own appointments, to pick which place they're going to next, and try to arrange all this stuff so that the driver has more of a responsibility, I would say,
Yeah.
as far as the order that stuff's picked up and the times that stuff are picked up. But that's pretty much covered
Yeah, for the most
by
part.
the company. I mean,
Yeah, for the most part.
when they call you with a load, they'll let you know where to pick it up, when to pick it up, what to pick up.
Oh yeah. But like on this past load that I just picked up and brought back, there were 4 pickups. 3 were in the same evening, but it was essentially I checked in with all 3,
Mhm.
and whoever called me first got me first. So I mean, because they were all first come first serve. But that's just a matter of how they operate as shippers.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that everything's all laid out for me in black and white, that I can get to and know what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what my plan is, I find extremely helpful.
Okay, now as far as the running legal, the ELD or the AOBR, is what we're on right now, is that pretty well taken care of for you? I mean, is there any expectation that they want you to run
Illegal?
more than you're supposed to, or
No, I've not been asked to run illegal. As a matter of fact, I find that I've got a whole lot more freedom doing what I'm doing with All Star, because you get out and you take advantage of that ag exemption. I sit there and I get loaded. I get a 34-hour reset,
mm-hmm.
full clock. Means I can run long days coming home. Then I come home, sit for a couple days, enjoy my family, and then get reset. Then I can run long hours going back out.
Right.
So I mean, 2 resets in a week, and still getting good money, good hours.
So the ag exemption, All Star has
Such a-
figured out the ag exemption to make it to where you're running legal. We're still taking advantage of the ag exemption ruling. You're getting good miles. You're not worrying about how many hours you have to get back home.
Right.
And when you get back home, you get to go home for a little bit. Is that
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I've figured it, I'm home about every 10 days.
Every 10 days.
Love it.
And when you get home, are they pressuring you to go back out?
Oh, not at all. Yes, whenever you're ready.
In fact,
a couple days, but whenever if you want
Yeah.
to go before that, you can. But
in
couple
fact,
days.
you volunteered to leave before they really needed you to just a while ago. I noticed. It's like, I'm ready. And which says a lot to me as far as how you enjoy what you're doing for All Star, because a lot of times people that don't enjoy the trucking job they have, they want to go
Just
home
wanna
and stay home.
I just want to get home.
And so the money's right. Everything that we offered, promised, has
The
been.
money's right. The environment is right. I mean, you wouldn't want to do something extra for anybody you didn't care for.
Mm-hmm.
And the company, I feel like this company cares enough about me that I'm willing to step out and do that extra, whatever they need.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that is the case. I mean, it's a family-oriented company. They know that you have a family. They care about you. They care about your family, and they want everything to mesh so that you're comfortable working on the road and comfortable being at home without having to worry about, hey, I'm going to get a call up and I'm not going to get my time off.
And even if I did, if you need me, you need me.
Right.
That's just the way it goes.
Well, I don't really know anything else I could cover right now. I mean, you've done it all, and like I say, we're just wanting to get a perspective from a recent hire. I like to revisit this in a certain amount of time, a length of time, and give you time to really settle in. And
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you've already seen what the company's about. That's not going to change. All Star is All Star. They have a system. They have a program. They stick with it. And I appreciate your time today, Nathan.
Why change what works, right?
All right. Thank you.
Good night.